Ultima Thule. Can't even fucking see anything. Estinian. Estinian. Dude, what the fuck is going on? Justinian. Justinian. Colin, I'm a fucking god. I don't know if you were watching earlier, Colin, but dude, look at this armor I got. Can't really see it well. I look like Batman, though. Look at that armor. Can't really see it in this place, but... Good one. My guy looks sick, Colin. Just admit it. I'm in the final area of this expansion. Of course, it looks like asshole. Try to explore all the little areas around here. Hold on. Matt, are you there? Oh, look at these. Colin, I'm in the final area. Colin, what's your favorite zone in WoW? All-time favorite?
Dragons? Here?
What you see is a memory of a world that once was.
Really?
A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not?
What?
Oh, yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
What?
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send, I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he
So
was
you mean
gone.
to tell me Thancred is...
Didn't even have the chance
Thancred
to be
died?
transformed. Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call... the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade.
Huh?
Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to
So
be seen.
Thancred is creating this? For us?
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business.
There you go, Estinian. Let's get to work. My character can do that.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me.
I see why they gave my guy some glowy shit because of where I'm
Emotions
at.
dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter in its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch.
I don't know what to be ready for.
But not
Oh, I'm not
advance.
ready? I mean, Matt, did you
Meteor
say...
holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I'm 90 FW? Oh, god damn, already?
I do not know.
That's quick.
But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
So Thancred's
Agreed.
dead.
We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
Yeah, but how much time per day? So Thancred's technically dead. Still kind of long for 10 levels. So technically, God, you're right, Matt. Like, you're right. I guess watching that trailer did fuck everything. I mean, I'll be honest. Oh, shit. I'll be honest, like, I feel like I wouldn't have believed Thancred's truly dead. He would have gone out way better than that. So even if I didn't see that trailer, I still would have think Thancred would be come back. Get this Aether Crystal. God, man, this is fucking crazy. I just love how, like, they did such a good job making you just feel like everything is lost. Like, it just feels like this is it, man. Like, even she feels just like the ultimate bad guy. They're like everything, how they make everything feel like so much at stake. They even got Fates over here. Got Fates. This is some Legion. This gives me like Legion vibes. I'll just say this, they are not playing the real song for this location. They are not playing the real song for this location? What? They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. Again, you see what? So they're holding back the real song for now? Oh, so the dragons were from this planet? Oh, so the dragons didn't come from Hydaelyn. They came from a different planet. Oh. So the dragons came from a planet that got destroyed. Came from Uranus. Okay. So the dragons came from a world that was destroyed too then. And then some of the dragons escaped and came to Hydaelyn. God, look at me and Estinian being dragoons together. Look at me and Estinian being boys. You can't relate to anybody, Matt, because you play too many classes. At least I can relate to Estinian. Corey, I don't give a fuck. Me and Thancred are Gunbreakers. So you would say Gunbreaker is your main class? Okay. Gunbreaker? I mean, that's a solid class to main. What happened? Look at me and Estinian. They just... Oh, so machines and spaceships came and attacked them? So they came. Damn. Oh, read out loud. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contest for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. So it looks like they were invaded. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. So what, it said they were invaded by pretty much like aliens. It said they were invaded by like spaceships and shit, and fucking... They came and wrecked the dragons, and then they were like, nah, this planet sucks. And then they just left. And I guess the land become corrupted, and they couldn't, like, breed anymore, and they want only blood, and they want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. Sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand and wish that I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. And I guess the ones that were born became like abominations. And they all just gave up, pretty much. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? I see they wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Cornelius Justinian. As for our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? Consider that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity. But it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside the space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Laparites to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Medion told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key. So what you were saying is we've no way forward. At present, if it indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Medion's, but the dragons that hold us here. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. The second theory, disheartening though it may be, or sound, I think. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Persuasion is not the answer. Medion meant to unmake us then and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in like manner by overpowering the prevailing emotions. Plus Ultima Thule's architect, Medion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself into a clash of wills, though I marked no leader among them. As such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most, potent enough mayhap to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone, threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain, may allow us to alter this island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart, but mayhap one of you will fare better. Then I shall guide thee. All in, they call him the Dragon Tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what have we to lose? Let's get going. I love how this game still has that mechanic where you gotta walk in a straight path, then stop, turn, walk, stop, turn, walk.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this. So... waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Our pride is crushed and our souls corrupted, the winds are stilled, and the heavens offer no comfort. There's nothing left for our kind, our long lives, a curse as we wait the end, still a stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the Expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin on another star? And yet upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war in their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whether we fly. Even with a sanguine ocean await us, even ever with retribution's wheels turn. And so on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it. To stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity.
I swear, he's like Vegeta.
We've endured. We will not let you stop us.
What the fuck?
Estinian!
Stay back.
We tire of war, we tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
No! Not Estinian too!
There's a wind.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did. Oh, Alphino. Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
So I figure like all of them are gonna sacrifice themselves, apparently. But I mean, dude, like I just feel like they're not dead though. Like even if I didn't know this, man, I feel like they were. They weren't gonna die. My guy's pissed. Is this when you started crying, Matt? When Estinian died? This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. See, I thought that this was the... I don't know, it broke off. I thought this was the W. This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. This is where I thought they weren't going to be in the game. Oh... So you thought they were really dead here? Powerful gales delivered you to another island. The other signs should arrive before long. See, I'm not taking it like that. I'm taking it like, hey, their souls are still here type shit. They're just, I don't know. I gotta beat her. Yeah, because they said this was the last time the signs would be with them. Oh, really? Dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting Alphina, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alisaie is right, we must press on for their sake. As Y'shtola and Alisaie said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it, then tread carefully lest we lose our footing in this sand. Who's next to die? Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in the surface, appear as ordinary stone. Curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. Cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the writing word entirely, so we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Medion claims the dragons would suffer a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like or not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? I'm not sure, it's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystal as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. Is this the full song, Matt? Oh, God. Gives me like, that one Doom song from the mod you played. Hell Travelers is the most unexpected occurrence. Hello there, is this your home? Indeed it is. Forgive me, I had forgotten the exchange of introductions expected when first meeting those whom one is unacquainted. The vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intentions. Ea, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people, though it is not entirely applicable given our present state. You are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkudg. Yes, Kofkudg of the Ea. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. Presume we are having this conversation via the medium of aether, or dynamis, as the space is suffused with vast quantities of it, fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then, that as well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we are aether-based life forms, therefore it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. Total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies, I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have discovered a need for the flesh and have endeavored to recreate our erstwhile form. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensation once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. The reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why, to bring it into our existence, of course. This is a Y'shtola death one. Though need it perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. Chrono Trigger enemy. Huh? Should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our abilities. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the EO, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a take-it approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the EO wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would allow me, or follow me. Oh, God. It's going rather smoothly, not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all that they have created. At any rate, we will find no answer dallying here. Let us be on our way. How big is this place? Shit. Let's just go explore over here real quick. Actually, I think I'm gonna find an aether current. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystal line constructs hanging from the stone structures there. Yes, you say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandably, given your finite nature, we have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If in all our idleness we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts toward one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. Oh, God. Is this your favorite zone, Matt? Should let you. Is this your favorite song in a zone? You wish to speak? Very well, pray. A moment, if you would. This reminds me of that Doom mod. I don't know why. Like, I forget which Doom mod you played, but it reminds me of that. Why we seek our end, you ask. If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember what form did I take when last I emerged. You know the song I mean. Strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Requires yield satisfactory responses. See, if they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated aether now. Where not, there are no others who have need of those lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, said some few did answer your request for an audience. Yes, I imagine they will be with us ere long. Had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few have awakened. There they are. I introduce you to La, Locke, Do, Deke, and me, Ned. It's been too long, Code. They say Sarah Iv have since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers, of course, the one who wished to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement. Scientific objectivity, thus did I bid them awaken you. I am the only one who struggles to tell who is speaking. Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Cood, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers, which one is expected to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form? Yes, so long as it hasn't been. It had completely escaped my mind and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity, I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answers. Come now, Ned. The archives have long been frozen unless we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you recall that much. Of course, food. The custom is to serve food. Being of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their aether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right. We dully invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest aether. I can't believe they killed off Thancred so fast. This faculty is where we replenish our aether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now that if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest aether. Please absorb as much as you like. Brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet aether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. Well, this place doesn't have aether. So I suspect that as meticulous as one might recreate the Aea's home world, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate aether here. Its recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact. For the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of their recreated Emerald. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So did you have your fill of Aether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it, a deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your Aether? Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regularly could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail to wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? Who's dying next? Your flesh and blood being are always so hasty, it does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you in the beginning. When they possess corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see, too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities within everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. This changed. We had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extra phenomenon and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believe that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answer you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, it is not our duty to warn them. What thinkest thou? We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose you and the truth. We discover the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. Fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. It's either Urianger or Y'stola are dying. Here we join the there's one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Cornelius Griatia, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course, my thanks. We shall head outside the abode if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Urianger, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go on ahead to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. Matt, what do you know about Elegia? How close am I to the end? Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. We establish here an ultimate theal of those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days, yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Medion made contact with them when they still lived. Of course, she must have visited the stars of the dragons in the Ea before either race perished in their entirety. Thus could she make their emotions her own and with them create more faithful simulacra than had she relied on any historical account. So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption consider how those two races may have met their demise. So it's her that's making them all die. According to thine own tale, Medion perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own, heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an Edeleki. Oh fuck, I accidentally skipped that. So she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it the power of Dynamis, 'tis my suspicion that, overwhelming by their longing for death, Medion did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons of the Ea onto their doom. So what's her emotion is making them, like, depressed? Of course, such was not always the outcome for many stars did she find already lost to ruin in order to create a terminus. However, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this in the place where you stand. Whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? Never again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades and begin thee into my confidence. I would remain true to my word. He's the next to die. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, full knowing that we were bound from thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favor and abide in faith as I fulfill mine own destiny. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such length, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question is, what moment might I stand strongest? After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend, I shall. Without further ado, then, let us go to join our comrades. I don't get it. Was he pretty much saying, hey, I'm going to sacrifice myself next? Sometimes I can't understand what this motherfucker means. Let's be off to Elegia. Alright, here's my question, Matt. Based off all of this and how everything's riding on this moment, and it's clearly making it look like they're making the ultimate sacrifice to see us succeed, even though you love them and I don't know if you're happy per se that they're in the expansion, do you wish they died? Do you feel like it was fitting for them to just die here? Seems everyone's accounted for, shall we then? Dialogue.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter onto an eternal ice age.
Jeez.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we
So there's just no positive future in this at all.
The endeavor proved fruitless.
So the whole universe is just fucked.
That it became synonymous with vain effort.
There's just nothing we can do.
The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort.
I'll say this, watching what? I don't know why sometimes the text stops. I'll say this, watching what?
Our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken,
You go through this, make me think Shadowbringer is better. Why do you say that?
Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works,
I think this expansion is good.
Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators.
Yeah. mean, it does have its boring parts. Like, this is a little...
Are the testaments of
This is like...
Though many left no words
I don't
at
know.
all,
It's good. Like,
thinking it a pointless gesture.
I don't hate it. But I think the Ashians were a better villain.
We likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So he's pretty much saying to her, like, knowledge, don't gain knowledge because you'll fucking be disappointed in the end or some shit. Knowing that it's all just gonna come to an end.
While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the Aya. But of one
She's the
thing
next to
am
die.
I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
Urianger's like,
The
yeah,
most important lesson
we
I've
know.
learned
He's
is that
like, we need to
learning isn't
die.
simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught. But I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge. And no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you. And we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
That's her, though. Is she imitating all of these races?
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it.
See? Why did you cry over this, Matt? You pussy.
Asim's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to
Oh,
summon us
come
back.
on, Matt, you pussy. You weren't losing them. She even says it.
But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I
Oh.
only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic.
Oh,
We came here knowing what victory may
never
cost.
mind.
So press on. Press on, and do not look back.
But clearly we're going to use it to get them back. That's what we're going to do, the soul thing. Oh, shut up. She wouldn't have fucking brought that up. She wouldn't have brought that up.
As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Urianger.
Urianger.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I
She wouldn't have
wavered in
brought
my
that up if
decisions,
they were
and
if
afterwards
my
been
guy wasn't going to
stricken
use
with
that.
regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality.
Still, though, Matt, you heard her say it.
That thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
So that's the bird. I feel like it's Medion doing this, imitating all these people. Say something good to me. Like, literally acknowledge me. I gotta see Alpha Node take this hit. If I'm to cry, I gotta see a Luffy cry.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Why can't my guy talk to her?
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death.
I don't get that.
But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth.
There's no way every planet, everyone either was on the brink of death
Souls
or
return
died.
to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn. Alive again, to know suffering anew.
Hold on, did she do something?
True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born.
I know,
This
right?
is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Like, I don't get why everything's destroyed. And we're the only planet in the world that's fucking thriving. This is some Thanos shit, though. Ready to continue on? And let's make for where that light shone. You stolen urge, you have opened the way for us. Song begins, best song of the game. Oh god, I gotta do the fucking plus quests now. I really don't care. Like, they literally do not matter at all now. Like, why the fuck would I read their quest? This is your favorite song? Not even that great. You said you were going to use this song in D&D? What do you mean I know what song it is then? You already used it? I can't remember. I mean, so far I don't know the song. I could have swore you said that you were going to use the song. No, I fucking don't. Why the fuck do you think I lie to you about this shit? Like, what's the point of me lying about knowing this song or not? I could have swore you fucking said that you... Maybe I'm wrong. I could have swore you said you were going to use some song from this game in D&D. I don't understand why you always think I'm fucking lying to you. Because you've been right on every theory you made. Oh my god. How does that have to do with a theory? And I was right the fucking... I mean, I don't know. What was I right about? I mean, even if you watch the trailer, all those, like, tentacle-y things look like fucking sisters. Like... I mean, those are the ones that are attacking. At least that's my theory. Is that at least they were the ones that, those things that are raining down from the sky. But that was really it. And I guess her emotions is like what's changing the people. But they even said that pretty much. The only thing that I spoiled is knowing that they all survive. I guess I spoiled that without realizing I spoiled it, though. You called that the mentioned chick was the villain? No, I didn't. I didn't say she was the villain. Oh, that she's the main villain? I mean, I don't know. You kind of, like, agreed with it. I mean, whenever she fucking turned, like, super evil and the fucking, Hermes guy was like, oh, yeah, go on and fly and do this and blah, 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 like, I was like, okay, yeah, she's the fucking villain. I mean, you killed every Ashian. You killed every Primal. Oh, I did? Like, what, when she was good? There's no way I called it when she was good. There's fucking no way. I don't remember saying that, but if I did, then that was a hell of a fucking guess. Amazing, yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrive. Not the most welcoming of places, is it? We must try to find denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should also get the lay of the land, see how far we can go. I mean, I remember saying, because you were like, oh, you need to like her and shit, I thought, oh, this character is super, super important. Because you said that. He's the next to die. The song better be good. Cornelius, the machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star. This is unknown life forms detected at a signed genetic label on planetary travelers. Does this zone have final zone feel? Oh yeah. Here's welcome to the planet Blip Loop. Planet what? Could you please repeat that? Appears you're a young organism able to possess the name in our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Hold on, Sarah's calling me. Hey, my precious baby.
My dub-dub, hi.
What are you doing?
I just am off work and I'm stopping for gas real quick.
I'm just a streaming son of a bitch.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Nice. What are you streaming? Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
I figured you guys were playing your game because I know you had mentioned it or not, maybe.
I haven't heard from anything about it so far, so I don't think so.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, it's late.
Yeah. Can you maybe hurry home?
Yeah, I'm hurrying.
Whenever you go to the gas station, can you get me some heartburn stuff?
Yeah. The baby made $5.50 today.
Holy shit.
You proud of that?
That's a lot of money, and everybody heard what you just said.
Oh. Gotta warn me. On my speaker.
See, this is where you need to, like, just stay working Tuesdays like that.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah, I ain't quitting. Well, so they sent Taylor home. Like, she was there for, like, an hour. And they told her, they asked, like, if I wanted to just send her. And, it did, like, kind of fill up, but it wasn't bad. But people were just tipping, like, really, really well today. Like, everybody was tipping me, like, 20 or 30 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, like, the best kind of day. And then it was also kind of perfect because, like, it was busy earlier, but then, like, it died down, and I could, like, clean smoothly. It was
Oh, okay, babe. Sorry.
Yeah.
These were the guys that attacked the dragons. Sorry.
Okay. Do you need anything else from the station?
Maybe some knacks.
What kind of knack?
Whatever.
No, you gotta tell me.
I don't know. Just get me stuff.
Toby, I hate when you say that.
I love you, love.
Love you, bye.
Bye. Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware malfunctioning units. They do not heed certain commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. The avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma 1. Sir issues instructions to our force. It's the foremost of the 6 strategic matricises that bear the designation Stigma. These are the douchebags that attacked the dragons. You learned a few things, so did I. We share our findings, however, I believe it's best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. Can't tell if this is live or a recording. It's live, Mom. Oh, there you are. We finished surveying the air. This will come as no surprise, but there was no way forward. There was portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. Then as before, we must locate the embodiment of the motion that bars the way. What of yourselves did you find anyone to speak with? Yeah, it's been live. So the Omicron seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue new commands, and so they wait. In such a place, who could it be that fits Orianger's description of soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others? Orianger said this? During our investigation before we join you in Elegia. That's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it say it to all of us? Given what we know, this place is certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons of the area longed for death, Mom, it's us. I'm streaming. Much as that may lead to destruction, it must be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. To MO32, the first Omicron with whom we speak, there is a console. Do you mind communicating? It was also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe it worth investigating. What you say, you? I'm in the Twilight Zone, I swear you just said all of this. Mom, hey, it's me. I'm streaming. This console we seek lies on the far side of this aisle. The nature of the ground, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let us all watch our step as we make our way. Oh man, more plus quests. I'm just skipping. I'm not even talk to these guys. I just know they're. I feel like they're not that important. Like, okay, whatever. Like, I really know who they are. They're conquerors, and they like stuff like that. So. I really read the blue quest. I mean, I normally read the blue quest, but like, I feel like these characters are like, they're like almost like don't exist. So like doing their quest is like pointless to me. Or like reading what they're about. I know they're conquerors. The ghost people were intellectual and seek knowledge. Shit like that. Yeah, they're here just so you can learn to... They're here so you can learn something. Oh, the Aether Currents. Yeah, to fly. I'm hearing this over and over again. What in the world is going on? Hey, Mom, it's me. I'm streaming. I wonder when they're going to do a Final Fantasy VII crossover. And have you fight Sephiroth. You know that shit's going to bring it. Dude, if they... I'm telling you, if, like, this game ever really starts to suffer, like, it's just, like, this, like... Yeah, when they're... Yeah, exactly. When they get, like, fucking insanely desperate. And they're like, okay, like, we're failing. We have nothing left. There's nowhere to turn. Final Fantasy VII. But I heard the whole entire conversation with Sarah twice. Oh, because it's probably echoing because you're hearing it through the phone. I don't know. When do you use Gears Forgle? So I mean, I'll show you my rotation whenever it loads. I'll tell you whenever it loads. You're probably behind on the video. My beloved. What? Look at the main quest. Look at the title of the main quests. They're all like fucked up. I wonder if that has like a meaning. If you're watching it on like your phone and TV. Combat Evolved. That quest is called Combat Evolved. Got a Halo nod? Has this game done crossovers? Oh no, it has done crossovers. I think it did Monster Hunter. Yeah, it did a Monster Hunter crossover, and I think it did a Nier Automata crossover. Has it done any others? It's done 2 crossovers. From what I remember. No, I haven't put it on my TV yet. I literally heard the whole conversation. I was talking on my phone to Sarah. Oh, is it? I thought Monster Hunter was Capcom. Nearest. No, I guess I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. I mean, this game right now, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Alright, I got all my Aether Current shit. Is there another one around here? Oh shit. There's one around here. South. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Is that my last Aether Current? Alright, so yep, I'm all done with that. All I gotta do is get the last quest thing, which normally is probably the last quest of the expansion, or the last quest of the zone. Alright, so I don't have to worry about any more plus quests or anything like that. This appears to be the console. Oh shit. Alright, so I hit that, I do my buffs, then I hit that move, Gear Squirgle, then I hit this move, and then I do my ultimate. This appears to be the console. It seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? You want to get, so you want to get your true thrust off, then your buffs, then you want to get, I forget the name of it, this move, and then you do Gear Squirgle, then you do this move, and then you do Gear Squirgle again, then you do this move, then you do this move, then you do this move, then you do like your jumps and shit in between. I pretty much got it down. I'll say like sometimes like try touching, smacking, and tuning with the console, but there's no response. No luck I see, but there must be a way to activate. There must.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough. But if we can't even activate it?
Perhaps there is a way.
Giratina.
First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega.
Oh,
Sid
Omega.
built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of
An
lightning?
entity as pussy as Omega?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
Yes.
Very well. Here I go.
He's gonna die. He's the next to die. You know they're gonna save Alizé and Alphinaud as last.
It worked!
Omega.
Communications Module 1. Transmission. Strategic Matrix Sigma 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. End transmission.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End transmission.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by.
Medion's fucking with it.
If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Let's focus our search on the outpost. Alisana will try speaking with the Omicrons this time in hopes that we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Griha could observe them from a distance. These being are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, then let us begin at once. Maddie, you ready to hear your favorite song ever? As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Speaking with Alpha, they can't hear the conversation. All appears otherwise normal. Beautiful. Next to desire says how to be such unusual behave. Unit on standby. I see something back there. Again, the guy running around. Omicron wandering aimlessly where? Aha, I see it. It's left the base. Let's follow it. How close are you to being at Entrail or Dawntrail, Matt? It's not here, but definitely came this way. I must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. Buff, this move, Gear Squirgle, this move, Gear Squirgle, this move, jump. I gotta remember the names of my fucking abilities. What was your query? Oh, you found it. What are you doing here? I'm looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to? Tree is a sample collected from another star. It cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. Finn, stop! To such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this test has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. Or may be discarded. Or when I behold the tree, I'm made to feel as though there is a problem. Or to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves like we did countless others. We conquered the star whence this tree came. It's the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing toward which it may aspire, yet it grows extended, its branch sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way, and to what end? I do not understand. I see, out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies, to return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply a malfunctioning Omicron. These are by no means uncommon, but it may also be a unit possessing the ability to make decisions, one not unlike Sir. I believe this bears for a thorough investigation. To endeavor to live, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Cornelius, one day when this adventure becomes a part of your epic, do you think I'll be mentioned in it? Of course, why wouldn't you be? Truly think so? That would be a... Nah, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we had best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of the emotion which bars our way. Oh shit. We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. See if there's a lookout thing over here. No lookout. Kira says you found a suspicious Omicron. That's good because the units here were of no help. They all had the same thing to say about the extended operations unit, that there's no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, they serve to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. If about us, tell me what you learned, something more useful. And Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the other ones are even a fraction as philosophical. The unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the explosive conquest technology at their disposal. They should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. It's just the new zone. No, this is the finale to the last expansion. Promise how to get about ascertaining when I attempt to probe further promptly into the conversation. If indeed, Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. We're using lightning on the console grid, but we make it stronger, much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction that could suggest that it has a connection to Sir? An inspired idea, I dare say it is worth a try. I have a feeling you'd be on board. This time you must allow me to do the honors. We'll stay on guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part, then I'll approach our suspect and divert its attention, during which time, Cornelius, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behavior. I should mention that shortly before your turn, an Omicron appeared for the same direction. Rather than enter into the outpost, however, it headed off toward the console. At first I assumed it was the unit on patrol, but perhaps it could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, off and on, no one stay by the console, and when it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. I mean, when did you start bawling, Matt? When was your bawling phase? the one that was observing the tree, not full. Am I glad to find you again? I have a question for you. See about the device which sustains the tree. Does not assist the disclosure of restricted information very well. As we understand the Omicron soon, Alisaie will strike the console with lightning. Anomalies, yeah. Before me died, Sarah confirmed my connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. Must leave at once to present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will not excuse me. What you need, my friend, is maintenance. It's to confront the truth. We spoke. Our comrade struck the console used to communicate with Sarah. That is the cause of your anomaly. You're connected to Sarah, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know, but before we speak further, must move away from the other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well, our friends are at the console. Let us head there. I think I agree with you, Matt. I think the final area was like in Heaven's Ward was better. Our Shadowbringers was better. It's like getting to the part where the Scions sacrifice themselves is clutch, but like this shit's a drag. They did say they had plans to do graphical updates.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. This body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused.
Matt cried his eyes out during this whole part, he said.
And with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend
When, though, did you do that? When did you cry?
What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by but even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the We were successful in that endeavor. So, but then something unexpected happened. You
were malfunctioning?
I performed numerous full system scans. It was then that I speculated. What could... to become stronger was essential to our existence. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power, but we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them, I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end. Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly. We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures. In the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together. Unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. And it will be marvelous. It will.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how this could make you cry if you didn't know. Because I love G'raha Tia.
If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
Yeah, me too. God, did that make you cry, Matt, when you saw the crystal thing?
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end! This is my Final Fantasy 14 song. Favorite? I don't know my favorite yet. It's like I feel like I've heard this song before, but I can't remember.
Yeah, this song is good. I mean, I think the Endwalker theme is amazing. Oh, that's sad. Those broken stars I see, shattered, ruptured, unveiled. Yeah, I wonder if they're also words. Worlds recreated at the end. The sight of them fill me with sorrow I cannot describe, and a truth I cannot deny. Birth and death came and where will return, a wheel from which there is no escape. And there's innumerable lights that shine in the distance. To think that they all could have birthed civilization, that everything they built has gone to dust. Their peoples lost to despair of the stars floating in the sea of midnight. Ours is a lonely aberration. Yet no matter how many worlds have met their ends with you and Alice beside me, there's nothing I fear. No ocean so vast I cannot cross. That got me choked up a little bit. Portals barely visible from up here. Truly we've come far, much farther than we've been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It's because we have known failure and frustration that we have learned and grown from them, that Hydaelyn has entrusted us with this mission, with the fate of the very star. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream. Any moment now I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather alive. I'll go about my day relieved as the fragments of that other life fade away. And that would be happiness, wouldn't it? That none of it, no, I won't give up these experiences, good and bad, they are mine, they are me. You know, I still have plenty of legs left in me, don't worry, it's you I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone, and while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. Rest assured I'm fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? Though we can't afford to be too leisurely, neither need we rush unduly. We've crossed an impassable distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps away from journey's end. It will be over before we know it. This is it, the end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be greater hardships. We may be made to feel powerless. Yet come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we have achieved, and what we achieved and how it changed us for the better. That's worth fighting for and dying for as they did. There are some structures up ahead, still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it's all worked out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish for all the same, and for you most of all. Not that you of all people need it, it's just after all the help you've given me, for once I want to be the one to help you. This is hitting me a little bit. This is hitting me a little bit in the feels. This is hitting me a little bit in the feels. This is almost... Oh my god. Is this our world? It's not like many cities we know, but it's deathly quiet. Half the inhabitants are within the buildings or invisible to our senses. Well, wrong on both counts. There is simply no one here. The bitch. Midian. You know, I don't hate her, though. She was this sweet girl. This is how I found it when I arrived. Another star which one pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, no one can say. No, I love how they, like, get this up-close thing on her. They're gone, gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. Neither should there be a motion to bar away. Yet Midian seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Or Midian may have said we should confirm it with our own eyes. We need to have a look around. Yet at the very least, it doesn't appear to be a sprawling place like those before. If we split up, it shouldn't take too long to cover the area. So what, the song's over? Song's already over? Perhaps try calling out. Necropolis. Drinking from these cups but moments ago. Drinkers appears to have fashioned from a stone-like material. In the place of an actual tree or to serve some other purpose, rather there's one left to explain, to tell the story. Look at this bar. This bar looks awesome. There's room enough for the bar, but neither patrons nor staff were anywhere to be seen, actually. Shelves with loose few sitting on the counter. Beverages in all likelihood of activity until it was not. That would be a tough bar to serve at, though. Because I feel like you'd never really get to see when people needed shit, because there's always a fucking wall in your way. You'd have to be constantly walking around in a circle. There's Alice picking her way through the ruins, but otherwise spy no signs of life. So, have you picked a song for a moment when you're gonna play that song, Matt? Do you have a moment in D&D where you're gonna play that? Is it for James's story? Cornelius, take a look at this. If the road was a little long, we could take it just to beneath the sun. But I suppose this is where the career construction ends. How about you? Did you find anything of interest? I see. I noticed the same thing. Cups left upon tables, chairs out of place. What happened here? But I do not want to be alone anymore. Search enough for now. Let's find Alpha 9 and compare what we've learned. Where I saw one of you do this. You might have seen Matt do this before. I mean, Matt's a little bit ahead of me. Have you done any of the content, Matt, since you got back on, or are you just leveling your guy, waiting for me?
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted.
I got him already.
I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary.
I got the Aether Currents. The last one I get is after completing this quest.
There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteion seen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have guys that can fly. We can just fly to these places.
Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out.
Yeah.
Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin.
Meteion.
And I believe that together, Alisaie and I can overcome their will.
No, I won't allow it.
I'm afraid it has to be done. For our comrades, for everyone on Aetheris, and for myself. I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time.
How can I only kill her?
As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Yeah, I know, they all sacrificed so I can make it. But how do I
suggest such a thing?
Oh, because she gave me the power?
It's too much to ask of anyone, even him. Why must he be the one? Why must he fight alone? More than a hero, he's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet...
I can see how this can make you cry.
And yet...
Alisaie, I have an idea. Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave him a new one. For instance, a path where he finds happiness at Journey's End. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair.
Man, after all this, I'll be honest, Matt. I'm excited for the new expansion.
Believe in us too, and press on.
It'll be kind of like a breath of fresh air. Holy shit, man, after all this depression.
Thank you. What are you...
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
I wish Alphinaud would have said, "You're my best friend."
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone. But this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes.
Yeah.
That which you saw and felt.
See, that's what I think's going to happen. I think my character
they share their own grim
is going to talk sense into her.
Overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars, some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same.
She liked me.
They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear? I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can
watch, man. Watch. She's gonna become like an ally or something. She'll probably become like one of the Scions, I bet. Watch. We're gonna end up saving her, and she's gonna become a Scion.
Such an insignificant emotion.
Jesus, never
If the
mind.
despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream.
Jesus.
It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude. Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process.
Oh.
In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Atheris has a proper end.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be. That Meteion feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything.
The fuck do you know? My guy should be talking to her. Not you guys.
I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've
She's my
fallen
best
down,
friend.
we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger. We rise, fall, and rise again.
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
Matt, where did you hear that they didn't want to use the Scions? Did you hear this, like, before this happened? So I wonder if maybe, like, where you're at, you have to, like, save them again? So they didn't make this decision until, like, after the or obviously, like, after all this? So their decision when the expansion first came out was to get rid of them? So tell me this, it's not spoiling it because I know, is like, is the build-up or the lead into the next expansion like saving him? This was supposed to be, but I think they pussied out. So are they like still gone where you're at? And the oh, you don't even know if they're gone or not? How do you mean? Is it yes or no? Are they gone or not still?
Please, please, oh, please let them all be safe.
God, my guy. Dude, my guy is about to be...
Are you all right?
The ultimate hero. Is this where you stopped right after this?
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Were you at least relieved that Kryl and Tataru were like Scions that were still alive?
For the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry. An associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
Who's this jackass? Who's this? I'm all alone. Every Scion. In this city devoid of life, you sense the presence of another. Sorrow of 1,000 worlds weigh heavy, and yet you can walk on.
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Who was that supposed to be?
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
Voice from the past. Who was that?
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Dude, I definitely could see why you cried.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
So it's all the people pretty much being like, hey, we don't want to give up type shit.
We rise to greet a new dawn.
I missed you so much. What'd you give me?
A future shaped by the choices we made in ways we could never foresee.
That's nice. Can you go take a bath? I'm in my climax.
yet miracles do happen. So let us pray and will our friends home.
God damn it, I don't remember any of these.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
That sounded like Green.
Strong art thou, mortal.
That sounded like a dragon.
Look to the light within.
Love you. I'll be in bed in a little bit.
As a beacon to others.
Love you.
Let's finish this.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled. Whose prayers were unheard. Whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place.
Yeah, it's spooky. Baby, can you just pee him and that's it?
You should have remained on Etheirys.
What, baby? I love you. Eat that food.
Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You've suffered enough.
Azim's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with
That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the world.
You must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful.
I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
After all these years,
is this the answer I was hoping for?
Hermes.
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
Hydaelyn.
And Godspeed.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we
Him
shall
itself.
remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
No, that's him itself. The other one was Hypothelius. I won't forsake our cause. I'll reach you. I'll find a way. Oh shit! Emmett Selk!
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all.
Are all the actions gonna help me?
I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls.
Oh, she hates them.
But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Venar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration. You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Atheris.
Hey, baby, did you give me heartburn medication? Babe?
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Focus.
Ours is
Just
the
fucking
wisdom to weave the
cannot
fabric
believe
of
this
reality.
isn't actually a dude.
Ours is the power to create.
Oh, it's the flowers. The Elpis flowers.
Meteion, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
may you ever walk in the light.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Etheirys.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
Come with us, Medion. What the fuck is that? Is that good or bad?
Can you hear me? The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting. End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
The way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
You're leaving?
Of course. The Encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Hydaelyn's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the bounty?
Yeah, me too.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World. The sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles. What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know
oh my God,
of
Matt.
its present state of affairs?
They're talking about
I
yeah.
thought not.
They're talking about all the
Even
fucking places we're gonna maybe explore.
You know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the Reflections will surprise you.
Oh, that's cool. He's talking about, like, hey, future expansions.
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
My guy's like, fuck you.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't
That's
be
cool.
that
He named
way.
off like 17 different things that I'm gonna maybe see in the future expansions. He said some golden city. My guy's like, still fuck. My guy's like, fuck Emmett Seltz still. Dun, dun. I love that song, the Amaranth song. I'll be honest, I'm going into the new X-Spec pretty blind. I mean, so am I. I don't think I ever knew what to say to the man under respect. It always felt like the whole wrong thing. All I know is we're going on a new adventure, and some fucking lion chick's coming with us. I don't know shit other than that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me just explore. Well, let me just finish out this area. Just sit back and enjoy the song, the music. This has to have a sightseeing thing on it. I'll bet $1 million this has a sightseeing thing on it. Really? No way. Dude, no, I'm fucking doing this real quick. Just go to bed. I'll be honest, I might get off now and do it tomorrow. I gotta go to bed too. Probably a good time to get off. How long's the fight? should do it with me. Yeah, I'm gonna do it with the Scions. Are you ready, Cornelius? And let us set forth for the reckoning. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond doubt, so I will say only this. Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Midian has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness but failed. As it was with the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke and admonish. 'Twas not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of others that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding and acknowledging their fates while still refusing to share in them, ourselves to hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I'm here to help, as you have all helped me. We will prevail. Aye. The dead end's now accessible. Alright, this is probably a good time to get off. I'll finish it tomorrow. See you guys later.